Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X research and professional physicist. And today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one's entitled Planet X in the Bible. Now, the Planet X system is a system comprising many star systems, as it is made up of many thousands of stars and planets. These star systems were all destroyed in a moment of time when their gravitational energy was suddenly removed. Only God could have done such a thing. The removal of all their gravitational energy led to them turning into a dead core surrounded by a debris field. They thus turned into dead objects, as the ability to create new matter was thus removed from them. But God left enough energy to allow each to remain as a single object. In this way, the objects would be able to interact with the solar system objects and slowly draw their energy over the next 6,000 years and eventually destroy them as well. And you may look at Article 579 entitled "The 6,000 years are over, and now life on Earth is ending." God is thus using these dead celestial objects in order to judge and call our attention to the times we are living in. Destroyer system is thus a more appropriate name for these objects than Planet X, but the name Planet X has been used up to now because that was the frame of reference we started from. Planet X on Nibiru was supposed to be one object or small star system that came through the solar system every 3,600 years. Caused destruction, and moved on. However, this story was only a cover story for what was really going on, as these objects have been coming in for thousands of years, and they do not leave or ever stop coming in and affecting the sun and the earth. The observation of these objects in the sun's corona has allowed God to lead me to the understanding of how the universe and the earth work. And here you can see some of these objects in the sun's corona. There's one, there's another one. They make connections like this, which sometimes are called solar tornadoes. But these are the objects that are causing these things on the sun. And here's one in the Earth's atmosphere, because just like they go into the sun's atmosphere, they come into the Earth's atmosphere. The smaller ones are the ones that usually come into the Earth's atmosphere. And so these, I have called them Planet X systems, stellar cores. I call them stellar cores because that's what they are. They are the cores of once a living celestial object. The ones that go to the sun are usually what's left of a star, and the ones that come to Earth are usually what's left of the planetary objects or small moons. Some of them about 250 feet in diameter. Now, as you can see, this one is starting to lose its cloud envelope, and these cloud envelopes are made of Planet X water that used to be a part of these planets. And this is where clouds and rain come from space, as part of these objects' debris field. These objects caused the flood. It had never rained on Earth until the flood. Plants were watered from water rising from the ground only. Now, if God did all this, then it is likely that it is mentioned in the Bible. And indeed, in Romans 8 verses 20, we read, "For the creation was subjected to frustration and futility, not willingly, because of some intentional fault on its part, but by the will of him who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will also be freed from its bondage to decay and gain entrance into the glorious freedom of the children of God." So this seems to suggest that what God had created was subjected to decay or death, but it will eventually be freed or restored once the redemption plan is complete. And notice that it definitely mentions that not willingly, so it was no fault on its part. However, this cannot be referring to human beings, where we definitely told that we had a part to play in the kind of decay that we were subjected to. But this creation was not. In other words, this is not referring to human beings. This is referring to the planets, the stars, and whatever was in them that God had created. Now, this seems to suggest, therefore, that God had created and subjected to decay or death, but that it will eventually, this creation will be freed and restored. And this redemption plan that God has put in place, which the Bible talks about, seems to be 7,000 years long. And we seem to be at the end of the first 6,000 years. Then at the end of the last 1,000 years, God creates new heavens and a new earth. And we read about that in Revelation 21, verse 1, where it says, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away," or vanished, "and there is no longer any sea. The ocean, which has been formed by Planet X," and that's the sea here, "at the flood will no longer be a part of the earth. So all the destroyer system effects will be erased." And you may look at Article 515 entitled "Current Cataclysm Engulfing the Earth Started at the Great Flood" for more details. In addition, the Bible in Revelations 8, verses 7 to 11, talks about an object called wormwood, which affects the earth during what is called the first 3 trumpet judgments, in such a way which clearly identifies this object as belonging to the Planet X system. In other words, the wormwood star, which causes a meteor shower that burns up the grass and the trees, an asteroid that destroys 1/3 of the ocean, and also another large meteor-type rock, which burns up material in the atmosphere and which poisons 1/3 of the Earth's fresh water supply, can only be a Planet X star, which comes to the Earth with a large amount of debris. And you may look at Article 596 entitled "The Wormwood Star" and Article 597 entitled "Wormwood Star, the First 3 Trumpet Judgments." And this is most likely what that third event that causes the waters to turn bitter to be caused by an extremely large debris piece. These are rocky pieces that are part of the Planet X debris, comes into the atmosphere and streaks across the sky, burning and leaving behind it this poisonous material. So in conclusion, the Planet X or destroyer system is definitely mentioned in the Bible. This should not be surprising because God is the one who formed the system and is also the one who is in control of it. And these are the references. This is Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X physicist. Thank you for watching.